morning and a very warm welcome. You're watching Janata Television and this is the English Bulletin with me, Sushant Akal. The top stories first. UML faction led by Madhav Nepal concludes national meet. Leaders conclude international forces behind attempts to split the party. House of Representatives meeting to convene today afternoon. Government fails to give adequate business to the lower house. Government confirms 107 new cases of coronavirus. Active cases climb to 1,000. Germany, France among nations to resume AstraZeneca vaccine. Regulators assure benefits of the shot more than the risks. And Tottenham knocked out of Europa League by Croatian side Dinamo Zagreb. Manchester United and Arsenal move on to the next round. And now the news in detail. NCP-UML faction led by Madhav Kumar Nepal concluded its national meet yesterday by endorsing a 7-point memorandum. Leaders present during the two-day meeting held in Sanepa were critical about unilateral decisions taken by Prime Minister KP Sharma Oli. The meeting agreed to accept the situation prior to party unification. Leaders at the meeting concluded that national and foreign powers were trying to divide the UML. They also urged the party rank and file to protest the steps taken by Prime Minister Oli. Senior leaders Chalanath Khanal, Madhav Kumar Nepal and Ghanshyam Bhusal had addressed the party workers during the final day of the meeting yesterday. NCP-UML has formed a board of parliamentary parties. A meeting of the party held at the PM's residence in Balwatar has decided to form a 24-member board. According to the party statute, a 32-member board should be formed, but the party has decided to only appoint 24 members, with some of them to be appointed later, said Sher Bahadur Tamang. Senior leaders Madhav Kumar Nepal, Jalanath Khanal and other disgruntled leaders from the Khanal Nepal faction have also been selected in the board. Similarly, the meeting has also formed a 3-member task force to take forward the process of amending the party statute of the parliamentary party. Chief Whip Bisal Bhatrai, MP Sher Bahadur Tamang and National Assembly member Bimala Rai Paudel are members of the task force, said Tamang. Leader Tamang said that there was no discussion on the issues of taking action against the MPs attending factional meeting. The next meeting of the party will be held on March 20th. House of Representatives meeting is all set to take place at 1 p.m. today afternoon. The Parliament Secretariat has prepared 2 work schedules to present during today's meeting. Prime Minister KP Oli is scheduled to present the annual reports of Public Service Commission and National Human Rights Commission during the meeting. The lower house meeting is also scheduled to pass a motion of condolence on the demise of former member of National Assembly Ashok Koirala. The government hasn't, however, provided any other businesses to the lower house. This is Janata Bulletin. We'll be right back after a short break. Welcome back after the break. We continue with other national news. The government yesterday confirmed 107 new cases of coronavirus across the country. Following the latest round of tests, the total cases of coronavirus in the country have climbed to 276,625, while the number of active cases has also increased to 1,000. According to Ministry of Health and Population, altogether 271,610 infected persons have recovered from the disease in the country so far. The death toll from coronavirus has reached 3,015, following the death of 1 patient yesterday. Nepal is currently among the top 50 countries that have been most affected by the pandemic. The USA tops the list with over 30.35 million confirmed cases, followed by Brazil with over 11.78 million cases. Coronavirus has infected more than 122.35 million people across the world and claimed 2.7 million lives. And now the news from the economic front. President of the Federation of Nepalese Chamber of Commerce and Industries, Shekhar Golcha, has said that it would be more fruitful to organize an investment conference by preparing for big projects in advance. Golcha said that work should be done to attract real investors from neighboring India and China, including ready-made projects, stating that the Federation has also initiated discussions with the embassies of foreign countries, including India and China, where foreign investment could come from. Golcha said that preparations are underway to work for results. He said that a concerted effort was needed by the government and the private sector to attract foreign investment. He further added that the private sector has felt the need to remove the obstacles in attracting foreign investment and clarify the issue of profits to be taken by foreign investors. Time for a short break here at Janata Bulletin. Stay tuned for international news. Welcome back, and now the international news. Germany, France and other European nations announced plans to resume using AstraZeneca's COVID-19 vaccine on Thursday. According to Reuters, the decision comes after EU and British regulators assured benefits of the shot outweighs the risks. Reports of rare brain blood clots had prompted more than a dozen nations to suspend the use of the shot. It was the latest challenge for AstraZeneca's ambition to produce a vaccine for the world, as the global death toll from coronavirus passes 2.8 million. The European Medicines Agency's clear conclusion, following an investigation into 30 cases of unusual blood disorders, was that the vaccine's benefits in protecting people from coronavirus-related deaths or hospitalizations outweighs the possible risks. However, it is said a link between blood clots in the brain and the shot could not be definitively ruled out. This is a safe and effective vaccine, EMA Director Emil Koch told a briefing. If it were me, I would be vaccinated tomorrow. You're watching Janata Bulletin, and now the latest from the world of sports. English side Tottenham Hotspurs were knocked out of the Europa League after a remarkable second-leg turnaround for Croatian side Dinamo Zagreb. Leading 2-0 from a one-sided first leg in London 7 days earlier, Spurs were favourites to move to the quarter-finals, as a draw or a 1-0 defeat would still help Jose Mourinho's side qualify. However, Spurs were shocked by Mislav Orisic, who scored in the 62nd and the 82nd minute to bring the tie level, and completed his hat-trick in the 106th minute to sink Spurs' dreams of making it to the quarter-finals. In other matches, injury returning Paul Pogba scored for Manchester United to help the Red Devils qualify into the quarters after a 1-1 draw played at Old Trafford last week. North London giants Arsenal lost to Greek side Olympiacos on the night, but managed to qualify for the quarter-finals with an aggregate scoreline of 3-2. Scottish champions Rangers were knocked out of the competition in a night that ended 2-0 against the Ibrox outfit by Czech side Slavia Prague. The draw for the quarter-final stages of the Champions League and the Europa League is all set to be completed at 12 GMT today. We're at the end of Janata Bulletin, and the headlines once again. UML faction led by Madhav Nepal concludes national meet. Leaders conclude international forces behind attempts to split the party. House of Representatives meeting to convene today afternoon. Government fails to give adequate business to the lower house. Government confirms 107 new cases of coronavirus. Active cases climbed to 1,000. Germany and France among countries to resume AstraZeneca vaccine. Regulators assure benefits of the shot more than the risks. And Tottenham Hotspurs knocked out of the Europa League by Croatian Dinamo Zagreb. Manchester United and Arsenal move on to the next round. And And that's all from the English News Desk for today. You can follow Janata Television and our programs on various social media platforms, including on our website janatasamachar.com. Keep watching Janata Television. Namaste.